Hey guys, it's Jacqueline. I wanted to give you guys an update. The last time I checked, we were about 14 signatures away from reaching the 100 signatures that I wanted before taking this directly to the State of California Medical Board. Now, a lot of you have let me know that you've signed the petition, and that freaking rocks. And I really wish I could thank all of you, but see these hands? Those hands are pretty friggin' swollen. Yeah. So now I can't even see. Well, I can kind of still see the knuckles on this hand. This hand, I can't see my knuckles. There's something called Raynaud's phenomenon. I had a bunch of diabetic nurses asking me to make sure that I got tested for it. And so the 4 or 5 times I've been sent to the RA and Rare Systemic Disease Clinic, I've asked for those tests. Everybody said I didn't have it. Even in October, when tests started coming back abnormal, I was told it was all diabetes. Same thing happened in May when I couldn't really use my hands anymore. And then my diabetic doctor took one look at my hands and said, "Oh no, you have Raynaud's phenomenon." She started me on medicine and my hands began to improve. But then they began to slip again. See, there are still a nice group of symptoms that are going unexplained. And everything always gets blamed on type 1 labile diabetes, in part because this condition, this form of type 1 diabetes I suffer from, is incredibly rare. And it's something that the medical community at large has been in a controversy about for a very long time. So it makes sense in a public hospital that has chronic hiring freezes, where emergency rooms have had difficulties pulling up case files from clinics on their own site, and clinics can't spare doctors for medical case conferences, and I'm in 12 to 14 clinics, but only 3 or 4 of them am I followed by a single doctor. Why, right? Because, I mean, if you have someone with a complicated medical history and they keep coming back to the same clinics, it would make sense to have them followed. That's how you can see progression. But that is one of the many problems at Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital. They don't have the physicians to follow patients who are repeatedly sent back to physical therapy or to the orthopedic surgery clinic, podiatry, all things you'd want for a diabetic. Now, I'm still blown away with the fact that I was never told about a hopefully, probably benign growth / tumor / nodule in my lungs. And clearly, I've kept on top of my health as best I can. I have a lot of support that most people don't have. Most people haven't grown up as a child with a systemic disease that no one really knew that much about. I have. I grew up at a time when type 1 diabetes was thought to be caused by things we know it's not caused by, at a time when the medical treatment, well, it was just wrong. Most people haven't had that experience. They don't have the friends that I have. They don't have a social network that is supportive, like mine is, because of folks like you. So they get forgotten. This isn't just about me. All of us know now, more than ever, that the health of our neighbor has a direct impact on us. That the well-being of the larger population does, in fact, affect our quality of life. Because I'm guessing none of us have really enjoyed being in a global pandemic. But what do you do when your county hospital takes 6 years to follow up on a growth in your lungs? 8 years to tell you you even had it. I know what I do. I mobilize, and I need your support. So thank you guys for all you've done, but we haven't crossed the goal yet. And you're not just signing for me. You're signing for everyone who is forgotten in the system, and there are a lot of people who are forgotten in the system. There are a lot of people who will trust their doctor's word without going home and making sure that what they've been told is accurate. I'm guessing most of you feel like you can go into your doctor, that what they're going to tell you is true and accurate, that they're going to give you the medication that is best suited. But this is public health care. Things get different here. Places get understaffed. And no one knows about it because everybody's poor and sick. So I need you to not only be my advocate, but be the advocate for everyone who's getting forgotten. Because there are a lot of us. And if it's happening here, then I hate to tell you, but yes, it is happening in your county, in your state, and in your community. And when we fight for each other, that's when we make sure the buck stops where it should stop. Leadership needs to be held accountable. And your signatures are how we're going to make that change. So thank you. Keep on signing and sharing.